Won't be enough for Meghan and it won't be enough for Harry. And she will just go off. And the next step is
It is happening.
The marriage of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle once seemed like a contemporary fairy tale, a blend of Hollywood glamour and royal tradition that captivated the world. When Meghan, a divorced American actress of biracial heritage, walked down the aisle to marry into one of the most storied families on the planet, it felt revolutionary. The cameras captured every moment, the public swooned, and the media frenzy was unrelenting. For a brief period, Meghan could do no wrong. She was not merely a bride but a symbol of change, striding confidently in high heels into a world bound by centuries of protocol. Harry, raised in the whirlwind of royal obligations, had always known a life filled with duties and public appearances. After severing ties with the monarchy, the couple set their sights on transforming their notoriety into financial success. They exchanged the grandeur of Buckingham Palace for the sun-drenched hills of Beverly Hills, trading official engagements for lucrative media agreements and abandoning age-old customs for opportunities in streaming entertainment. For Meghan, this transition represented a long-awaited return to her roots in show business, now enhanced by her royal association. Harry, on the other hand, found himself in unfamiliar territory, often idle in their Montecito home while Meghan pursued her visions. She harbored grand aspirations, launching podcasts, securing Netflix productions, authoring books, and engaging in charitable endeavors. Hollywood had always been her domain, and with the added allure of her Duchess title, prospects appeared bright. Reports indicated substantial payments from Netflix, and Spotify extended a warm welcome. Meghan positioned herself to emerge as a dominant force in media. Yet, Harry grappled with his identity, questioning his purpose and contributions in this new chapter. Over time, such uncertainty began to strain their dynamic. The initial promise quickly diminished. Spotify terminated her contract after a single season, and executives at Netflix reportedly expressed dissatisfaction with the quality of her output. Efforts to promote empowerment were dismissed as superficial, and public opinion turned harsh, branding her insincere. Even Oprah Winfrey, an early champion, appeared to create distance. Meghan sought to pivot into other ventures, perhaps fashion or beauty, but the momentum had stalled. Tensions simmered beneath the surface. Meghan craved autonomy and achievement, but the entertainment industry prioritized tangible outcomes over titles or personal narratives. Her projects failed to meet expectations, and the admiration she once commanded waned. Invitations ceased, collaborations evaporated, and the charisma that had propelled her forward lost its effectiveness. In this vacuum, speculation arose that she might seek partnerships elsewhere, including potential forays into politics or alliances with extraordinarily wealthy individuals. Rumors emerged from Montecito suggesting that Meghan's interests had shifted toward an Arab magnate whose wealth dwarfed Harry's inheritance. Their union had bridged two distinct cultures, but underlying differences created vulnerabilities. Harry, accustomed to the structured yet demanding royal environment, now navigated a quieter existence, while Meghan chased visibility and innovation. The shift from Palace to California was meant to liberate them, allowing Harry to pursue personal interests without constraint. In Montecito, however, he often appeared unoccupied, contrasting sharply with Meghan's relentless activity. Her agenda included high-profile initiatives, but setbacks accumulated. The public grew weary of perceived performative activism, and professional relationships soured. As opportunities in entertainment dwindled, Meghan explored alternative networks. She attended exclusive gatherings, traveled on private aircraft, and participated in upscale philanthropic occasions far from the Hollywood scene that had cooled toward her. One figure repeatedly mentioned was this enigmatic tycoon involved in oil, technology, and property, possessing influence that reshaped nations. Their initial interactions occurred through shared contacts, intimate dinners, invitations to galas. No overt scandal surfaced, yet observers noted a palpable connection, a vitality absent in her recent interactions with Harry. For Meghan, the appeal extended beyond personal attraction. It symbolized access to unassailable authority and affluence, free from public judgment. To the billionaire, Meghan embodied prestige and elegance, an ideal counterpart for someone who amassed symbols of status. They avoided public documentation, but the speculation proliferated, reviving interest in her narrative. In an industry where relevance is fleeting, such attention surpassed any contract extension. Meghan's standing in Hollywood had eroded. Once celebrated at premier events, she now faced exclusion. Her reputation carried complications, controversies, accusations of demanding conduct that deterred potential partners. Producers viewed associations with her as risky, and fashion houses withdrew endorsements, favoring emerging talents. She transitioned from icon to cautionary tale. Within their residence, disparities in aspirations became evident. Harry sought tranquility, family time, and understated philanthropy, yearning for the familiarity of his past. Meghan, conversely, pursued prominence and advancement. Their public appearances grew infrequent and awkward, suggesting diverging trajectories. Insiders reported that Meghan's advisors advocated for independence, arguing that attachment to the royal saga limited her potential. She began cultivating ties with business leaders, designers, and investors, envisioning herself as a standalone entrepreneur. Harry dedicated efforts to wellness initiatives and the Invictus Games, but the rift expanded. He appeared diminished at functions, while she commanded attention. The identity of this tycoon remained guarded, reclusive, immensely prosperous, with global reach. He reportedly admired Meghan's tenacity, viewing her as resilient and compelling. Encounters took place discreetly abroad, at functions in Dubai or retreats in Marrakesh, without media exposure. Meghan's travels increased, often solo and unexplained, officially attributed to professional commitments. Absences from home sparked curiosity. One European trip for charity yielded no visible evidence, followed by her reappearance looking revitalized. Speculation linked her to elite venues hosting influential figures. Harry dismissed inquiries about her independent journeys, but his demeanor suggested unease. His social network contracted. Contacts from Britain noted his detachment. Communication with his brother and father virtually ceased. In the marriage, Meghan managed communications and ventures, leaving Harry increasingly peripheral. Neighbors observed Harry engaging in solitary activities, appearing contemplative. His once vibrant personality seemed subdued. Meghan, meanwhile, strategized a transformation, shedding the duo imagery for individual branding, targeting lifestyle sectors, blending luxury and social impact. The tycoon's involvement allegedly facilitated introductions to restricted circles, enhancing her visibility among decision-makers. Harry receded further into the background. In Britain, reactions were sharp. Palace sources expressed outrage at the associations, perceiving them as detrimental to the institution's image. King Charles sought calm, possibly reconciliation, but faced renewed controversy. Prince William cautioned against entanglements that could implicate the family ethically. Media coverage intensified, framing the situation as potential disgrace. Calls mounted for revoking their titles to sever official links. Harry reportedly learned of the rumors incrementally, initially rejecting them but growing suspicious amid Meghan's evasions and distances. Confrontations ensued privately. Meghan attributed the stories to bias, urging unity against detractors. Harry sought clarity, but reassurance was lacking. His public engagements reflected withdrawal, and sympathy for him waned as he appeared adrift. Meghan's supporters praised her independence, while detractors criticized her ambitions. Her image spiraled beyond management. Even as the tycoon reportedly withdrew, perhaps due to scrutiny, the narrative persisted, inflicting lasting harm. Financial pressures compounded issues. Despite substantial assets from inheritances and prior deals, expected revenues failed to materialize. Reports indicated austerity measures in their household, underscoring the unsustainability of their lifestyle without ongoing success. Meghan's resilience shone through. Past adversities had honed her ability to adapt. She reframed setbacks as motivation for reinvention. For Harry, the path forward appeared isolating, whether reconnecting with his origins or forging ahead independently. The envisioned empire remained elusive, but Meghan continued plotting. The billionaire's retreat left her aggrieved over forfeited advantages, yet she swiftly countered with denials, though skepticism lingered. Public discourse polarized, with debates over loyalty, ambition, and authenticity. Harry's transformation from charismatic royal to subdued figure evoked pathos, while Meghan's maneuvers invited scrutiny. Ultimately, the union that promised enduring partnership revealed profound incompatibilities. Harry contemplated his sacrifices, questioning the cost. Meghan, undeterred, eyed future horizons, political aspirations, new ventures, or alternative alliances. The Montecito facade of opulence masked internal discord. What began as a bold escape evolved into parallel existences. Harry's nostalgia clashed with Meghan's forward momentum, eroding their foundation. Speculation about separation or title removal persisted, fueled by insiders and commentators. Harry's purported consultations with legal experts specializing in dissolution hinted at contingency planning. Time spent apart, including stays at separate locations, amplified doubts. Their narrative, once inspirational, now exemplified the perils of mismatched visions in the glare of fame. Meghan's calculated steps aimed at elevation, potentially a relational expense. Harry's quest for equilibrium left him vulnerable. As headlines evolved, the essence remained, a story of ascent, fracture, and unresolved ambition. Meghan's trajectory suggested continual evolution, turning obstacles into opportunities. Harry's reflected introspection and loss. The world watched, dissecting every development. From royal wedding to rumored romantic intrigue, the saga underscored fame's volatility. Power dynamics shifted, alliances formed and dissolved, leaving legacies in flux. In elite spheres, influence trumped sentiment. Meghan navigated this reality adeptly, prioritizing advancement. Harry, bound by emotion, faced harder choices. The cultural fault line in their marriage, tradition versus innovation, duty versus self-determination, widened irreparably. What united them initially now divided. Future chapters remained unwritten, but patterns indicated Meghan's propensity for resurgence. Harry's might involve reclamation or solitude. The billionaire interlude, whether substantiated or exaggerated, catalyzed exposure of underlying tensions. It highlighted Meghan's adaptability and Harry's vulnerability.